Are you missing out on the best kept secret in lowering your tax bill or maximizing your tax refund? The head of household filing status is a status that could help you maximize your tax refund. In this video, we are going to talk about what is the head of household, who qualifies, and why it is a banger for 2024 tax season. And remember, this is taxes made simple, refund made bigger. If you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our YouTube, our TikTok, our Facebook, our LinkedIn, our Instagram, and our YouTube again, and then our Rambo channel for more informational videos like this. So let's get into today's video, which is the head of household filing status. So what is the head of household filing status? So it is a status that is elected by individuals that are unmarried and that also provide financially to a qualified dependent. So that is a head of household status. So now let's look at who qualifies to elect this filing status as they are filing their taxes for the year 2024. So to qualify as a head of household, you must be unmarried. You must be a taxpayer that is unmarried the last day of the year, or you must be unmarried for more than half of the year. Then you can qualify to elect this filing status as a head of household filing status. So more than 6 months of the year, you are married. Then the second qualification is that you must provide for the dependent, so support a dependent. So you must be able to pay more than the household cost for a qualified dependent for more than half of the year. Then you can qualify for this filing status. I take it again. You must be able to pay more than half of the household cost for a qualifying dependent for more than half of the year to be able to elect this filing status as head of household filing status. Then the last one is that your principal residence must be the main home of the qualifying dependent for more than half of the year. Then you can also elect this filing status. So a dependent must live with you, must use your home as their primary home for more than half of the year for you to be able to elect this filing status as your filing status. Now let us look at the benefits of electing head of household. So one of the benefits is that you have a higher standard deduction. The standard deduction for head of household is $21,900 for the tax year 2024 as compared to a single filer, which is $14,600. So you electing head of household means that your tax free is $21,900 as compared to a single filer. So a caregiver that earns about $50,000 in a year has about $21,900 as a tax free. It's going to be taxed at zero on that money as compared to a single filer, which is only $14,600. So that is one of the benefits of you electing a head of household filing status. Then the second one is that you have a lower tax rate. You are being taxed at a lower tax rate as compared to a single filer or married filing separately. So if a single filer tax rate is 22%, starting at $47,150, you also be starting at $94,300 for the tax year 2024, which is better than that of a single filer. So your taxable income is higher, but your tax bracket, your tax rate is the same as that of a single filer. So that is why it is more advantageous for you to elect the head of household status as compared to a single filer or as compared to married filing separately. Then the third one is what? You are eligible to claim some credits. So credits that married filing separately could not claim, you could claim this credit as a head of household. So the credit that's attributable to married filing jointly as a head of household, you could claim majority of this credit. So credit like earned income credit, child tax credits, income opportunity credits, education credits, you qualify for this credit to be able to claim them on your tax return as head of household as compared to married filing separately. So that is one of the benefits of selecting that filing status. Then also as a caregiver who supports your parents or close relative, you are also acknowledged for your financial responsibility or financial obligation towards your relative or the people you are taking care of. So there's a recognition for a caregiver. This is also one of the benefits of you selecting head of household when filing your taxes. Now let us look at the downside, the disadvantage of electing this filing status, the downside of head of household. So one of the downside is that there's a strict rule in the qualification process. For you to qualify as head of household, you must follow these strict qualification rules. Then you can be able to elect this filing status. So the rules are so strict that you must understand it and know what you are doing. So if you make an error, you could be penalized for that. So somebody who has a qualified dependent, but the dependent does not live with him more than half of the year and he does not supply the needs of the dependent more than half of the household expenditure, this person cannot claim the head of household filing status. So these rules are very strict that you cannot go away with them. And then the other one is that there's a risk of error. There could be a misunderstanding in you selecting this filing status. So when you misunderstand the process and you elect it wrongly, you could be penalized by IRS or you could face tax audit. So this is one of the disadvantages in selecting, or the downside in selecting the head of household filing status, that incorrectly selecting this status could lead you to a tax audit or could lead you to be penalized by IRS. Then the third one is that it is only limited to one per household. So a household that has multiple married people that provide for that particular dependent, you all cannot claim the head of household status. Only one person in that family can claim the head of household status. Thereby, the rest of you lose on that big tax credit, lose on that big standard deduction. So that is a disadvantage, because all of you are supporting the child, but only one person can claim this filing status. So this is one of the big downside in this is electing the head of household filing status. And then it is not available to married couples. So people that are married cannot claim the head of household as filing status. So somebody will say, oh, we have been married, but the past 5 months we are not living in the same house. You cannot claim head of household because of that. You have to claim married filing jointly or married filing separately, thereby losing greatly on that higher standard deduction for head of household when filing separately. So this is also one of the disadvantages, that people could have said, I have traveled to this place for the past 5 months, I was not home with my husband, so I want to claim head of household. No, you must be legally separated or unmarried or live apart for the last 6 months, more than last 6 months of the tax year, for you to be able to qualify to let this filing status as head of household. So my advice to you is that you have to verify that the person you are claiming is a qualified dependent, and also document your expenditures that you make on that qualified dependent to make sure that it is more than half of the household expenditure, and also that make sure that the qualified dependent stays with you for more than half of the year for you to be able to claim this filing status. And if you are finding problem in doing it, consult a tax professional. That's what we are. Tax experts are here for you to guide you through the process, to direct you through the process. So experts like myself or other great experts out there, contact them, see them, and let them help you be able to navigate this filing status so that you can choose wisely and choose rightly, so that you don't have an issue with IRS. So see you, and remember, this is taxes made simple, refund made bigger. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and then also Rumble for more informational videos like this.